It's time for Passion Corner, as you guys have heard. And again, I'm out of my pink stuff here. So this passion is going to be nothing but burn, 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 burn. 50-14. How on earth, and I've had 4 days to think about it, how on earth am I going to find some prop points in this mess? But you know what? I did find a silver lining in this crappy rain cloud of a game. And that goes to number 95, Mr. Marcus Moore. First game as a Lion. I believe he was inserted into the rotation for Josh Banks. He played a heck of a game, like Arthur said. Of course you're going to have fresh legs on however long he's been resting. But hey, you know what? Tipped the ball, followed, continued with the play, stayed focused, made an interception. Props to Marcus Moore. Keep him in the rotation if we have to. Maybe you sit some guys who aren't pulling their weight. Don't know. That's up to Ryan Phillips and Rick Campbell. On the other side of my passion points, the poop points, there is a lot to go around. Like I said in Toronto, bring out a kitty litter box for these Lions because they were pooping everywhere. But again, I can only talk about one guy. And as much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to call out my man, RP, Ryan Phillips, our defensive coordinator, who has gotten 6 out of the 8 weekly awards on the CFL site. Come on, man. You got to make some adjustments. You got to have better body language of that. You are the leader of that defense. It is your scheme, your responsibility to keep those guys accountable to execution. You failed to do that, and so I'm going to have to give you some poop, Mr. Phillips. And if I'm calling you out, great. Come back with an attitude and infuse that attitude into those 12 defensive guys because they need to get nasty. Honorable mentions and dishonorable mentions. What can I say? Oh, before I forget too, Ryan Phillips, you needed to do better adjusting. You didn't do it. I don't know if you were as fatigued as the rest of you guys. But honorable mention, I got to go to special teams. Yeah, they had a lot of practice. They had a lot of kickoff returns. I got to give it to them though. They had decent returns. There was that one big return by Mr. Terry Williams. Is it because I gave you some poop points before? I like to think so. But you know what? Run that vector. Go on that angle to the sidelines. You have the speed, or so you're advertised, to beat the corner. Beat the corner, good return. Also got to give it to the coverage guys. They had Greg McCray back there. He's been busting them up against every other team in the league. You guys held them in check. Maybe they weren't scheming enough to run it back down your throat because they wanted to take the whole field and embarrass our defense with their wonderfully offensive execution. But you know what, special teams, you got my honorable mention. Dishonorable mentions got to go to my man, number 29, Mr. Edwards Cooper. A PI call when you lost the ball and you were already out of bounds, almost. You tackle the guy just cause. I mean, man, maybe you can't see the ball, but you would hear it thud into that body if he makes the catch. Horrible play, horrible decision, horrible execution, poop, 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 poop. Or, dishonorable mention because it led to a touchdown. Lions D, Lions O, Lions special teams, Lions coaches, better bring it against Calgary because they're going to have a bit of a swagger now. I'm out.